Okay, welcome everybody. This is another video. We are a company called Mind Prosperity. My name is Albert Villa and we're focusing on emotional intelligence. And this 2 weeks, we have been focusing on emotional intelligence with exercising and dieting. So if you haven't seen our exercise video yet, you can just go back to last week's video, and it will also be we will put the link in so that you can watch last week's video on the training where I interviewed my good friend Zain Griessel, and we are in his gym. So if you hear any noises or people walking by, encourage them, okay? They are training very, very hard. Zain, thank you so much for being on the channel again today. Thank you for being on last week. Today we're speaking about eating. I'm so excited. So please subscribe to our channel. Please push the right like button, leave some comments, and very important, share this video to many people because we believe it's going to help them on how emotional intelligence enhances, influences, and helps your dieting and the other way around. Now, before we start, Zain, can you quickly tell us a bit about yourself, about Sacred Aesthetics, and what you do?
Yeah, Albert, as you know, that I am the current director at Griessel Sport Club, aka Sacred Aesthetics. I've been a personal trainer for 5 years now. Been here at Griessel Sport Club for nearly 7 years now. Started training 8 years ago. Albert, as you know, I was a very skinny person when I first started out, weighed 58 kgs, and right now standing on a solid 95 kilograms. So yeah.
He's trying to convince me to buy bigger shirts. He's been showing me photos and everything.
Albert is outgrowing every single size shirt I have in here.
I am. So if you want to know more about that, go watch our training video. Aesthetics. Aesthetics is beautiful, right?
It means beauty, yes.
It means beauty. That's why I'm here. I represent aesthetics. And sacred, what is sacred?
Sacred, Albert, is
scarce almost.
It's
where's my logo? Here it is.
Yes, show them, Albert.
Is a Sacred Aesthetics.
Beautiful logo, right?
Beautiful, yeah. This means beautiful. So if you want to become beautiful, then
get yourself a Sacred Aesthetics shirt.
Yeah, sure. And I just want to say this, for the training video last week we did it, and for this one, you are a trainer, but you also do nutrition. So you, you write diets, you write programs for people. So Zain's information will be on the screen, email address and cell phone number, and you can contact him anywhere from anywhere in the world, because you know he does online training, he does online programs for you guys. So if you want to know more about the programs, please
feel free.
Please let him know. Okay.
Definitely.
So I want to start with some research. Atwell, David, and Longlin said, although your brain is only 2% of the weight of your body, it consumes 20% of the total energy and 65% of the glucose, which is your blood sugar, the key to keep the mechanisms of the body in top working order. Therefore, what you eat will directly influence your brain. Everything you eat influences your brain first. And David Korn then said, scientists have found that gut bacteria produces neurotransmitters such as serotonin, dopamine, and GABA, all of which play a key role in mood. Many antidepressants increases levels of these same compounds. So what they are saying is basically what your diet does can be almost like the same thing that antidepressants do. And you guys know that, you know, many times you will eat certain things just to make you feel better, but you will feel better for that specific time. It's not a long-term thing. And definitely. You know, by this I'm not saying, and Zain will speak now, by this I'm not saying you're never allowed to eat anything bad. What I am saying is if you make a habit of it, to eat some kind of the right foods, that will be great. So tell us a bit in your own life, Zain, how did eating some of the right food help you?
Yeah, Albert, well, before I started working at Outer Warehouse, my previous occupation, I actually studied to become a chef. I was well underweight and I struggled to pick up weight. I stuck to 58 kgs, really struggled to get my weight up. Ate everything I could inside the hotel, but still struggled to pick up weight. So for all people out there who are struggling with picking up some decent size muscle weight, muscle mass, following a proper eating plan, better eating habits, but more frequently throughout the day. Maybe not having 2 big meals a day, having maybe 4 to 5 meals a day, proportion them to the right size, will help you speed up your metabolism, which creates room for the body to absorb nutrients a lot faster, and also prevents time for fat storage. So yeah,
that's good. And tell me quickly, Zain, I just want to ask this: what are some myths about eating? You know, some myths I want to ask you, what are some myths about eating out there?
Yeah, look, you're going to find people who's going to tell you it's all about calories. You might, for instance, people are going to say, yeah, you work out your calories to 2,000 calories a day in order for you to be in a calorie deficit. But in reality, eating 2,000 calories of chocolate isn't the same as eating 2,000 calories of healthy foods. Yeah. So I'm not saying deprive yourself of the good things in life, but have a balanced diet.
Yeah, that's good.
So instead of having a burger every night, have yourself a burger maybe twice a week. But allow yourself to still get in the balance of carbohydrates, fats, proteins, etc. Everything nutritional. So yeah, that is the main thing that I think is so.
I just heard you said fats. Okay, let's quickly speak about fats. It's not necessarily a bad thing, is it?
Yeah, no, it's not, Albert. In fact, fats can actually help you lose that most wanted fat that you're looking for. Once again, as I said, it's all about a healthy balance.
Yeah. But you get
diet.
good fats, right? And you get bad fats. And you get bad fats. There are some fats you should stay away from.
Yes.
Okay.
Right. So, for example, forms of your good fats are stuff like
avocado.
Avocado.
I love avocado. Nuts.
Yes. Almonds. Olive oil, those type of things, coconut oil, etc. Those are all good forms of fats and things you can really think of incorporating into your diet to make it a better balanced meal. And as I said, it doesn't have to be a punishment.
That's good.
My advice to people out there struggling to follow a diet, I'm a firm believer of setting out a set amount of calories a day for you to achieve your goals. But for me, it's easier to put my mindset to it, to only have chicken, rice and broccoli almost every meal of the day. To you guys out there, it might be a whole lot different. You might find that it's not sustainable, and that is actually the biggest thing out there, is you need to find yourself eating habits that are sustainable. So with that said, there's a lot of things out there. Not everybody's goal is to become or to have 5% body fat in the next 3 months. It's also not a healthy way to go, but us as fitness fanatics tend to thrive for that amount of body fat every now and then. But yeah, like I said, it doesn't have to be, what do you call it?
Bad, or it doesn't have to suck.
Yeah, it doesn't have to suck. You can make it nice for yourself. Have yourself things like your fruits. Have yourself wraps. Have yourself your chicken, mince, steaks. Steaks isn't bad. A lot of people say stay away from red meat. Also,
and that's a mistake.
That's a mistake, exactly. I like your sense of humor.
Well, that's what I'm here for.
So yeah, in eating, the biggest myth is that you have to eat certain things. It all depends on your journey, and the biggest mistake we as trainers also sometimes make is we want to force down what we believe is best and what we know is best, what we put on in our own bodies, trying to push that down the throats of other people, and that's the biggest mistake, because your mentality and your mindset isn't nearly or even close, remotely close to what my mindset is.
And another myth also, as I understand, is, there are many people watching that wants to lose weight, and many times they think I must just eat less to lose weight. Tell us a bit about that.
It's not about eating less. It's about proportioning your meals. Once again, as I said, if you can get somebody who can work out your calorie intake a day and work out a solid meal plan for you, proportioning it to 4, 5, 6 times a day, depending on what your goal is, I think that is that is the best thing that you can possibly do for yourself when losing some body fat. Because as I said, I can't remember whether it was in this video or the previous video, you need to speed up your metabolism in order to help you burn fat. So that means smaller portions, more times a day. The biggest mistake, I know people who eat once a day and are obese, and that is the biggest struggle for people, is thinking that if I'm going to eat more, I'm going to pick up weight. And time over again, it has proved different with people increasing the meals throughout the day, sticking to smaller portions, healthier types of foods.
That's good. And I want to ask this as well. Drinks. I know. Let's start with water. How much water should a person consume that's healthy?
Well, Albert, between 2 and 4 liters a day is my recommendation in water intake. It's very good for the body. It's a natural antioxidant. So yeah, between 2 and 4 liters of water a day would be
okay. And
sufficient.
things like coffee, tea, when in house, that allowed.
Yeah, look, Albert, good quality coffee is always recommended. Very good for the water regulation in the body. Good. Also has an effect on your metabolism.
And that means black coffee, right?
Black coffee, no sugar, no milk. You can have your sweeteners inside of your coffee. There's not a problem with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
So another thing is, not all types of milk is necessarily bad. You can have yourself products like almond milk. That is good.
Okay, and tell me stuff like tea.
Tea is okay. I personally prefer things like green tea.
Okay.
I find that if I have a cup of green tea with my meal, I can kind of feel, because the thing with us is we want to feel like food doesn't stay too long in the body. So I want to feel right after my meal that I feel a little bit hungry still. That's how I know that my metabolism is sped up and that my nutrients are absorbed a lot faster.
Okay. Any other drinks that you can recommend that's okay, that people can use, or should they just stick on water for the week?
It's a difficult question, Albert. You can have your energy drinks such as your BCAAs, your raw aminos. Those are the type of things that I would recommend you drink as somebody who's into fitness. But once again, you don't have to set yourself out to only have water or coffee, etc. You can spoil yourself. Have yourself your naughty drink every now and then.
With your burger. With your
burger, but don't make it a daily thing.
Okay. Okay, that's good. And I just want to ask this before we get to the supplements, is we said this in the previous video as well, people are going through a difficult time, people are stressed, and many people, when they are stressed, when they're anxious, when they're depressed, they tend to run to bad foods. How would we encourage people like that to say, listen, but let's start eating healthy, let's start to get the mindset right to eat healthy?
Yeah, look, Albert, coming back to where we spoke about feeling better about yourself, the first thing that happens when we stress, we get a lot of emotional eaters out there, and you think to yourself, I want to eat something to feel better, and it's a temporary thing.
Yeah.
As soon as that is done, the depression starts to kick in, or the guilt starts to kick in,
or the anxiety,
or the
stress, worry, all of those
type of things. Really just starts to take over your mindset and thinking, oh, but now I'm just further behind. But in reality, if you can push yourself to saying no to certain things, focusing on the goal that you set out for yourself to achieve, that I believe is something that you should thrive for.
Craig Griessel also once said, and I think this was very great, he said, in order to get what you want most, you have to give up what you want now.
Yes.
And I think that's a very important thing, and also I think an important thing is starting. As you get into it, like we said earlier in the research, eating the right foods, eating healthy foods, getting into exercise, on the long run, it will help you feel better. It will help your mood. It will help your emotions. And although it's not going to feel like that today with your first exercise or with your first meal, or maybe not the first week, the thing is, as you discipline yourself and you just get into it, it's going to help your emotions. It's going to help your mood. It's going to help your concentration. and it's going to help things like that.
Definitely.
So let's talk about supplements a bit. You see, we have nice supplements behind us that you do have in your gym.
Yes.
So let's start with people who want to gain a bit. You know, people want to gain some muscle. They feel like they're a bit underweight. We will get to the people who want to lose weight soon.
Yes.
What would you recommend for them?
What we have, in general, I would never just put anybody on something like a mass gainer. We do promote mass gainers because it does help if you're underweight. It will help you get there faster. Another alternative that people can think of is getting something like a whey protein and adding yourself something like a cream of rice, or having maybe oats inside of your shake, replacing the dextrose or maltodextrin inside of your mass gainers with some solid forms of carbs, some good carbs.
Yeah, that's exactly what I do though. I remember it was in your recommendation, I took Titan Whey and the cream of rice together.
Yes.
Yeah, that's very good.
By combining these things, you also have control over the amount of carbs that you put in. And I think that is a very nice thing with the cream of rice or the oats, is you control your calorie intake regarding your post-workout. So yeah.
And things like amino acid and pre-workouts, things like that.
Pre-workouts is a very good thing. It's something that gets you in the mood. It helps with your stamina, and the more muscle fibers you get to snap during workout, the better. Obviously, you want that pump. All of our oats that tries to become big. We like to use a form of a pre-workout, just makes us feel good. The neurostimulants inside there is pretty proper. So yeah.
Good. And okay, so let's speak about people who want to lose weight. Okay, they want to maybe take a supplement to lose a bit of weight. What kind of things would you recommend?
Right. The first thing that they
can stay on their whey shake, right? That's still a good thing after post-training. Whey shake, cream of rice, still good. Yeah.
Look, Albert. The first thing that I want people to know is before taking any form of supplement, first get your eating habits right. Because you can use whatever supplementation you want to use. If your eating habits isn't right, you won't lose it there.
And I love how you say eating habits and not diet, because you want to form a habit somewhere in your life. Yeah.
Right. So if that is in order, you can start looking at your products such as your fat burners, your whey proteins. And what I love about the whey protein that I personally use when dieting off is the Titan's True Whey or Titan's ISO 0. They use cold fall technology, which increases the absorption rate of this whey protein, which means your recovery process is sped up.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, so once again, your body is most anabolic the first half an hour after you work out. So that is when you want to push in those nutrients.
Yeah, that's good. Well, that's great. Thank you so much.
Pleasure.
Any final comments you would like to make?
No.
No. Okay. Thank you so much, Zain. Remember, you can contact Zain about eating, and like we said, this will help with your mood. This will help with your thinking. This will help with your anxiety. It will enhance your life. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for being in my life. I train with this guy daily. So we really appreciate it. Remember to share this video. Remember to like and subscribe and comment if you haven't done so yet. From the Mind Prosperity team, we love you, and we will see you soon again. Goodbye.